I am very honored to introduce our president and founder, Dr. Gerald Nebbeker.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Good to see new faces, old faces, familiar faces, and strangers. So I always love these sorts of things. Thank you for being here, and more importantly, thank you for what you do. Can you hear me okay in the back? Okay, I'll talk softer then. What you do matters profoundly, and it matters to individuals you support, their families, and to our communities. Today I'm going to talk to you, with you about the importance of just 1 hour in the life of someone with developmental disabilities and their families. I'm not here to give you a checklist or another training module. I'm here to remind you of the purpose, power, and potential in every hour that you and your employees give. I want to tell you a true story that happened several years ago. Ruth was a single mom with a very difficult to manage son named Bobby. Bobby was on the autism spectrum. He was tricky, and he was difficult, and several providers tried and failed to work with Bobby outside the home. Ruth couldn't work because of Bobby, and her care for him was around the clock. He would only sleep for brief periods of time and was physically aggressive, hurting himself and others and destroying property. Marilyn Bound, did you know Marilyn Bound? Was a state employee at the time. She later joined RISE. Marilyn told me one day she had the feeling to go check on Ruth. So she went to Ruth's apartment, rang the bell, and then knocked on the door when she didn't respond. It took some time before Ruth answered the door. She had tear-stained cheeks and looked exhausted, bruised, and battered. Upon entering, Marilyn could see the apartment was a mess. Bobby had feces smeared all over the walls. When Marilyn and Ruth sat down together on Ruth's worn-out couch, Ruth broke down sobbing, admitting to Marilyn that she was just about to kill Bobby and herself when the doorbell rang. Marilyn's visit prevented a tragedy. Marilyn got the state to fund just 1 hour of DSP support per day, just one precious hour. That little bit was enough to give Ruth a break and help her soldier on. I later had the honor of helping Ruth become her own provider and facilitating Bobby getting a home of his own with around-the-clock support staff, a happy ending that continues to this day. For many individuals with disabilities and their families, hourly support is not a luxury, they are a lifeline, a vital connection to respite, daily functioning, personal growth, and dignity. Think of a person who needs help getting ready for the day. Without a DSP, they may not make it to their job or day program. Think of someone who needs reminders and encouragement to take their medication, prepare food safely, or navigate social settings. These aren't small things. They're the building blocks of health and independence. Think of the Ruths who need a break and an occasional helping hand so they can keep their children with disabilities at home. When we show up for that hour, we stabilize their world. We help build routines. We reduce anxiety. We give someone a chance to thrive in the community that isn't always welcoming. Now let's talk about something deeper, relationships. Hourly services are not just task-oriented, they're relationship-driven. And relationships don't require round-the-clock contact to be meaningful. Intentional presence, 1 hour at a time, can be life-changing. Let me tell you another story. Cindy has intense social anxiety. She wouldn't leave her home. A DSP came just a few hours a week, and in that time they initially just talked, week after week. They built trust. After 6 months, Cindy walked to the mailbox with her DSP for the first time. A month later, she went out for a soda for the first time. That DSP wasn't a licensed therapist, but they were reliable and present, which, when you think about it, is therapy. And miracles happened as a result. They were a friend and support. That was enough. Who got the most out of the relationship, Cindy or the DSP? The DSP would say it was them. I had some experience early on. I think it was exactly 153 years ago today. I provided hourly support to 3 individuals that had some particular challenges. One was named Ted, who had muscular dystrophy. He was not really able to talk. And my task or my job with Ted for my 1 hour was to get him ready for the day, which involved changing his diaper, which I didn't particularly enjoy, but I had to do it anyway. And it was nice to get him ready so that then he could go about looking as good as he could. My job with Edith was a little different. She was non-responsive, and for my 1 hour with her, I had to feed Edith through an NG tube. Another person I worked with for 1 hour was Sid. Sid had no family involved, and Sid was dying. My job was just to sit and talk with him and hold his hand. Many of you don't know that before I founded RISE, I actually was a behaviorist, and for the first several years of RISE, I was RISE's behaviorist as well as bottle washer and janitor and everything else. But I had some wonderful experiences. One of them was with Colin. Colin was somebody that was pretty high functioning and very mild. He didn't really do, he had some great skills, so we put him on a crew to mow lawns. And he did a great job mowing lawns. One day, with his lawnmower, he hit a snake, killed the snake, which caused him a lot of problems because with his belief system, he believed that put an evil curse on him. He started having a lot of behavioral problems. And the behaviorist in me would think, oh, gee whiz, let's go ahead and let's consequent bad behavior and reward good behavior. But instead, in concert with a state official, we decided to do something different. For 1 hour, we contracted with a medicine man. The medicine man performed a sing, the evil spirits were vanquished, and all the behaviors went away. Just that 1 hour. Another person that I worked with was named Martin. I'm not sure exactly what Martin's deal was, but he had the shakes. He would shake. I don't know if you've met anybody that'd shake. He was an older gentleman. I think he was he's probably younger than me, let's be honest, but he was, I don't know what he had, but anyway, he also, Martin was a great guy, except he would run away from his group home to go to the bar, which was okay, except that the alcohol could be a problem with the medications that he was on, and so that was a problem. So, the solution. 1 hour consultation with the doctor. How much alcohol can Martin drink without it interfering? We figured out he could drink 1 beer a day and it would be okay and it wouldn't kill him with his medication. So the DSP that worked with Martin took him for 1 hour each day to the bar, and they got Martin a beer. Interesting thing. When he had that beer, he stopped shaking. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't drink, but I don't know how smooth you all are after you get a little bit. But Martin was. All the shakes went away with just that one beer. Hourly support works because of the relationships built during the hour. We bring consistency, we bring respect, we bring possibility. It isn't just about helping with chores or community access. It's about human rights. People with disabilities have the right to choose how they live, participate in their communities, be safe and free from neglect, and lead meaningful, autonomous lives to the extent possible. I've seen atheist DSPs take the people they support to church and temple to worship. I've also seen DSPs take the participant, in this case, one participant that they supported, to a strip joint. I'm not going to talk about that one. How long did each of those activities take? 1 hour. Just 1 hour of church. Just 1 hour, hopefully, at the strip joint. You and your staff are the people that are making those rights happen. Every time you support someone in making a decision and speaking up and trying something new, you are empowering them to live life on their terms. Don't ever underestimate the importance of that work. You and your employees are the bridge between systems and lives, 1 hour at a time. 1 hour at a time, you often don't see big dramatic results. There's no orchestra playing when someone takes their meds, folds their laundry, or goes on a walk. But here's what I want you to know. The small things are everything. Teaching someone to use a debit card is about financial independence. Helping them make a grocery list is about choice and health. Going to the library, the movies, or mall together is about literacy, confidence, and belonging. A DSP might be the only person all day who smiles at the person they support, who listens to them, who touches them, and treats them like a whole person. That's not a big thing, or that's not a small thing. That's a big deal. And these moments add up. Over time, they become progress, empowerment, and hope. This work requires emotional intelligence, problem solving, patience, communication skills, and a deep understanding of human behavior and dignity. DSPs are not just support staff to the people. They are a coach, a mentor, an advocate, a stability builder, a friend. I want to leave you with this. Never underestimate what that 1 hour can do. 1 hour of kindness, 1 hour of consistency, 1 hour of support. You may not always see the outcome, but you and your staff are changing lives. Keep showing up, keep listening, keep doing. Keep believing in the person in front of you. Because the truth is, every hour counts, and so do you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being part of something that matters. God bless.